that we've heard about RuPaul's Drag Race for this season. That is the rumor that America will actually get to decide the eventual winner in the finale. So it'll be kind of like the Survivor finales, where it appears that everyone is still on the island, getting ready to hear at Tribal Council who actually won, but then all of a sudden they end up in the New York studio, or LA, wherever Survivor decides to do their finale at, and we see the winner revealed before a live studio audience. That could possibly happen on RuPaul's Drag Race. Like, it will look like RuPaul is going to make the decision. And she'll say, but, I've been accused in the past of, picking the wrong winner, so why don't we let the fans decide? And then, regardless of whether it's 2 or 3 queens standing at the end, who knows. But probably the format, if the rumors are correct, is that there will be a pre-finale where we will find out who is in the finals, and we will hear from them what they feel as if they deserve to be America's next drag superstar. They'll give their whole spiel. They'll perform, blah, 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 whatever. And then the episode will cut, and we'll be told to stay tuned for the next episode that America is going to decide. And then you'll have like an entire night, kind of like American Idol, to phone in who you want to win. And then the finale episode, which would be the next night, would be kind of like a recap showing how each contestant has done so far, throughout the season, and their pros and their cons. And then we would see all the cast members of the show reunited for the reunion part of the show. And the reveal of America's vote would take place, and we'd find out who actually wins or not. Now, I'm not sure if that's actually how it's going to go or not. The rumors were, that was one of the big 3 rumors, was that America would get this side. The other 2 rumors were that the final 2 were going to be Chad Michaels and Sharon Needles. And there's conflicting reports as to who actually won in the finale, if RuPaul actually decided. I've heard some say Chad Michaels won, some say Sharon Needles won. Basically, the only thing they really came down to and agreed on was that these were going to be the final 2. Now, if America does not vote and does not decide, then you would have expected that RuPaul already made a decision. This was filmed, months ago. Well, with that being said, if those are the final 2, Chad Michaels and Sharon Needles, then based on what Chad Michaels has been tweeting on Twitter, Chad Michaels did not win. He tweeted last night that he was staying in a rundown motel in West Hollywood, getting ready for a show that was coming up, and that there were like crack whores next door. And I tweeted him, I was like, but you're Chad Michaels, what are you doing staying there? And he replied back that he was very poor right now. Okay, if you won RuPaul's Drag Race and you won $100,000, either you blew that money really quick, or you didn't win it, if you were in the finale. So, I know they're not supposed to reveal that information, you can't leak that information. So we would never actually get an answer directly from Chad Michaels. Oh, I won or I didn't win. But just the tweets that you get from some of these queens can indicate who got in the finales and who didn't. I don't think Chad Michaels won. So that gives me more hope that Sharon Needles won, even though Chad Michaels was pretty fierce in this week's competition. There was only really 3 queens that kind of got the post-apocalyptic couture that RuPaul was looking for. And obviously that was Sharon Needles who got it spot on. Chad Michaels did a pretty good job with kind of like the army fatigue, the netting, and the eyes, the contacts for the eyes. I mean, it was pretty good performance. And then Latrice Royale also had that, like, zombie look, and the contacts, and the same type of outfits, very similar to Chad Michaels. They used a lot of the same fabric. Milan also tried, and it worked. I mean, it was pretty convincing, but it just looked like Milan had, like, burned to death somewhere. But, you know, it is what it is. The final tally, based on my preseason predictions, I had said that, you know, Jiggly Caliente would probably end up lip-syncing for her life in the very beginning of the season. That has already happened. I thought she would go home within the first 4 weeks. She isn't gone yet. But, you know, who knows with this next competition. But I had said that Elisa Summers would be in the top 4. That obviously did not happen because Elisa Summers went home the first night, which was a surprise. Jiggly Caliente should have went home. I also think that Princess should have been in the bottom 2. That was not post-apocalyptic couture, and the Princess I'd also predicted preseason would be in the bottom 4. But I just did not get the nautical look that she was going for. It just did not work for this competition, for this challenge. Everyone seemed to like, I mean, it did look good. It looked great, but it just was not, it was not part of the theme. Of course, Jiggly Caliente's obviously was not either, except for the legs hanging off of her. I'm not quite sure what she was going for with her outfit, but it was absolutely atrocious. It was horrible. It was, disgusting. It should not still be there. Hopefully she'll go home this week. But Sharon Needles won the first challenge and has immunity for this week, so she at least makes it to week 3. And I said she'd be in the top 4, and she'll more than likely win. But we'll see. We'll see.